I'm Dying Laughing by Christina Stead. The book is subtitled The Humorist. For William Blake, novelist and economist, my friend and husband, who helped me from the beginning. The mockeries are not you, the pert apparel, the deformed attitude, drunkenness, greed, premature death, all these I part aside. Through angers, losses, ambition, ignorance, ennui, what you are picks its way. Walt Whitman, To You, Birds of Passage, 1881. Preface. Christina Stead paid her first visit to the U.S. in 1935. In New York, she and William Blake, who was an American citizen, were to become associated with the magazine New Masses and to meet writers and others of the radical left. She and Blake were back in Europe again in the following year, but returned in 1937 to the U.S., where they lived throughout World War II. The second stay was the period in which she wrote and published The Man Who Loved Children, 1940, For Love Alone, 1944, and Letty Fox, Her Luck, 1946. The Man Who Loved Children and Letty Fox were set in the United States, as were the next two novels, which came out after her return to Europe in 1947, A Little Tea, A Little Chat, 1948, and The People with the Dogs, 1952. This book, I'm Dying Laughing, published now for the first time, is the only other novel of hers which grew out of the years she spent in America. The decades of the 30s, 40s, and 50s were critical times, culminating for the radical left in the McCarthy witch hunts conducted through the House Committee on Un-American Activities and the trial of the Hollywood 10 in 1947 and 8. In a radio interview in July 1973, Stead spoke of the terrific convulsion in the USA in the 30s, and then of the McCarthy period as follows. It was very unpleasant. So many people, good, worthy people, were being attacked, and it was entirely for the worst political motives. They didn't care about Reds. There weren't enough Reds. They were all making their political ways, as some have done, of course. Oh, it was a terrific moment. It was worth living through. It was great. The novelist shows out in that final sentence. From this period comes I'm Dying Laughing, which is based, in Stead's usual way, on the fortunes of people she knew at first hand. In an interview in June 1973, Stead described I'm Dying Laughing, which for a time she had dropped, in this way. It was all about the passion of, I use passion in almost the religious sense, of two people, two Americans, New Yorkers, in the 30s. They're doing well, but they suffered all the troubles of the 30s. They were politically minded. They went to Hollywood. They came to Europe to avoid the McCarthy trouble. Of course, they were deeply involved, and then they...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?